Revolution is a serious thing. When one commits oneself to the struggle, it must be for a lifetime. Angela Y. Davis. This is Adrienne Marie Brown, and you are listening to Read for Revolution, the audio drama. I invite you to travel across time for a multi-generational story of love and liberation. This episode contains adult content and features references to domestic violence. Listener discretion advised. For accessibility, transcripts are available at readforrevolution.com. On the last episode of Read for Revolution, Jazmine took her grandmother's advice and opened up to her first crush, while in 1971, Ella Ali and Lorraine Giovanni meet for the first time in Gary, Indiana, and commenced their fiery love story. But tension from their shared past tempered their flame. Our story of love and liberation continues.
Why isn't the Zoom recorder working? Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay, I didn't press record. Okay, got it. We're all good. So, my grandmother and I have been going through her old stuff, and she just has boxes and boxes full of memorabilia, and we found a lot of her old photos. And may I just say, the 70s must have been a great time. I mean, despite all the tragedy that was going on, everyone looks so happy in those photos. And I'm just in awe in how they were able to find joy in the midst of it all. But the most fascinating thing that I found is my grandmother's journal. It's like she doesn't want to revisit them whatsoever, but she's given me her blessing to read them, which is nice. And I mean, the only problem is that her handwriting is awful. It's just it's hard to read. So, I mean, my grandmother Ella is good at most things, so it's nice to know that she has like one Achilles heel. But it is very, very hard for me to read, so I will try my best to make out her writings. In the summer of 1971, my grandma wrote, "I would have never imagined Joanne and Lorraine together. I guess this all proves you don't really know a person. I thought I really knew Jo, and I thought she knew me, wanted me, even loved me. I suppose none of that was true. I played Lorraine's records around Joanne often, and she never said a thing. I can't blame her. How could she not fall for the First Lady of Love Songs, Sweet Lorraine? I don't know how she got that nickname. She's surely more sour than sweet. I haven't been able to stop thinking about her no matter how hard I try. If I'm going to get any rest, I must do something about this. How does one stop the heart from wanting what it wants? If Jo never figured out the answer to this question, what makes me think I will?"
Jazz, I'm only free for about an hour today. I'm teaching a class at 4, so don't let me go on any long tangents.
I won't. Okay. And we are recording.
Can you remind me of what I was talking about?
For a second, it seemed like you and Lorraine were about to run off into the sunset, but then you found out Joanne was, messy, so you ran away from the sun.
Yeah, I got to running like Flojo. I did not want to have my heart broken again.
Did you regret it?
Not at the time.
But you had to think about Lorraine, no?
It would be dishonest of me to say I didn't think about her. It was my hope that she'd call or write me. And I think with every day that went by that she didn't reach out, I started to resent her for it.
But weren't you the one who sort of dramatically exited the situation? Lorraine was probably waiting for you to reach out first.
Oh, I doubt that. Lorraine never waited around for anybody. But you see why I told you to go on and tell your friend how you feel about her? The waiting and guessing that we all do, it doesn't get you anywhere.
Okay, well, whatever you say.
It's not what I say, baby. It's what I know.
No. I did not sit around waiting for Ella to call me. I really didn't think she'd ever want to see me again, which was unfortunate because after we left Gary, I couldn't get Ella off my mind. She ain't noticed. No one did, but I wrote a record worth of songs about her when I got back to L.A.
I don't wanna know where you go when we're not alone together. I just pray that you'll be patient with me. I don't wanna know where you go when we're not alone together. But I can make you wait on me. I can't love you the way that I should. So don't go waiting on me, but that don't mean I wanna know who holds you when you're not with me. I don't wanna know who smiles at you.
You wrote this?
Yes.
About me?
Who else would it be about, Sean? You like it?
I love it. Just as much as you love me.
I don't know what came over me. I just got inspired to write all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. You know what came over you. And I can do it again. Right here on this piano.
You know the rule. No fucking on my baby. This here's a special piano. Legends have touched these keys.
Mm-hmm. And they all probably fucked on it too.
Oh, God, you lucky you have some sense sometimes. Otherwise, I don't know what the hell I'd do with you.
You know you love me. I got you writing all these love songs.
It's a good thing I'm in the writing mood. Look, we ain't gotta keep looking for writers. I can just go ahead and finish up this record.
I found a writer. He just finished a record with Dorinda Rivers.
She don't sing jazz.
Calm down. We expanded, remember? You can't keep singing the same old songs you've been singing. Not if you want to be bigger than Dorinda.
What about all the songs I just wrote? The one you love so much?
You can sing it at our wedding. And it's time we start planning that.
We've been too busy to even pick a date.
I say we get married this fall.
Well, that's just around the corner. Look, we should just do it next summer.
I don't want to wear a suit in the heat.
Well, I can't plan a proper wedding before the fall.
You got to figure it out. We gonna be even busier once you go back on tour. You sure as hell won't be able to plan it on the road. Unless you don't mind just going down to the courthouse. We could even do that this weekend. Nah, forget that. I forgot, I booked you for the show in New York.
I was gonna say you getting ahead of yourself.
I need you to go to New York to tape an episode of Black Dreams. Abby Lincoln dropped out and they need someone to fill her spot. My buddy asked me if you could do it. You know how I feel about political shit. I normally wouldn't ask you to do this type of gig, but I owe this cat.
What does that have to do with me, Sean?
Oh, damn it. I can't drag you onto the show and make you sing for nobody. You either gonna do it or you don't do it.
Well, it don't seem like you're asking me. It sounds like a demand.
Ain't no point in talking about this right now if you not gonna do the show.
I didn't say I wasn't. I'm just saying you never asked a question.
Oh, they don't just want you to sing. They want you to do an interview with one of them radicals. I can't remember her name. I don't know. They just need someone to take Abby's spot. So you gonna do it, or am I gonna have to pay this nigga?
Oh, God damn it. I'm so sick of your shit, Sean.
Come on, you know you love me. Just do it one more time. Lorraine, am I gonna have to do it?
Do what?
Come on, you don't want me to get up there.
You can't sing for shit.
Well, that's where you come into play.
You know what? Fine. Fine, I'll do it.
The patriarchy. You sure you want to get me started on the patriarchy?
Okay, I'll let you save the lecture on the patriarchy for your students.
Well, when I wasn't waiting by the phone for Lorraine to call me, that's what I was trying to dismantle.
Kathy, it's me. You know, if we're late, Leroy will never let us hear the end of it.
Oh. Hi, Joe. I'm here to pick up Kathy.
She's busy.
I can see her, Joe.
And you see, she's busy.
Hey, Kathy. How are you?
She's
I'm fine.
fine.
Are you ready to head out?
I can't.
I don't want her hanging around with you and your friends. You saw what happened to Joanne. I don't want Kathy getting hurt fooling around with you cats.
You don't want her getting hurt. Okay.
I'll call you sometime, Ella. Who is Kathy?
She was my friend. She was in the movement briefly. We became good friends. She was my partner in crime, or in the revolution, I should say. Me, Leroy, Joe, and Kathy, we were always trying to shake things up. And then Joanne passed, and Kathy, Kathy fell in love.
You're late. If I don't make you run laps, your comrades will never let me hear the end of it.
I'm not running laps, Leroy.
Well, something's got you upset today.
Can you hand me those gloves, please?
Yeah? What the white folks done now?
We teach folks how to box, use these guns. We do all this shit to defend ourselves against violence. And so many sisters, your sisters here, go home and are abused by their men. We have to address this, Leroy.
What do you think we're doing? You're learning all you need to know to defend yourself right now.
We can't control what white people do to us, or anybody, really. We can't reason with racists, so we have to protect ourselves. There is no good reason, Kathy, or any woman should have to defend herself in her own goddamn house!
I'm not saying it's right. You gotta understand what these cats are facing. It's not personal. They're carrying a lot of weight, is all.
Sounds like you need to rally your comrades and collectively figure out where you're going to lay that weight down. Because I'll be damned if I have to tend to another woman's bruises, Leroy.
Careful, all right? You're gonna exhaust yourself.
I can keep going.
Take a walk, Ella. And I hear you. I'll talk to Joe.
No, you'll talk to everyone.
Ooh, Oh, thank God he gave you the ass and the titties for the pictures. Ooh, MGM loved you. They want you to come back and audition again.
My ass is not about to parade around those creeps who called themselves executives, not one more again.
They just want you to sing for them this time.
Then they can go on across the street to the record store and buy a record. They can buy every record I've ever made if that's what they need to do. I'm not going back in there. If I gotta keep kicking dicks in the dick, ain't nobody gonna want me in their picture. And you don't want that, do you?
Lorraine.
And I'm not about to beg nobody to play a whore. The fuck they think I am?
Baby, calm down.
You're not gonna fuck me into going back either.
We'll see about that.
Don't kiss me.
Ella, you'll sit on this side, and then we'll have Lorraine come out.
Lorraine, don't you mean Abby Lincoln?
No, Lorraine Giovanni, the singer. She sings that song, My Love Ain't No Plaything.
Yes. I know of Lorraine. And I didn't exactly prep for a conversation with...
Ah, Lorraine! Thank you for joining us on such short notice.
It's my pleasure, dear.
Lorraine, this is Ella.
Ali. I know.
Lorraine, we're gonna have you sit right here across from Ella. Let me get you your mic.
Hello, darling. Miss Intellectual don't got nothing to say?
I'm sorry. I just...
I take it you didn't know I was doing the show. You probably wouldn't have agreed to do this had you known.
I might have done something else with my time.
I should have known you wouldn't want to see me.
I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't?
Not if I knew you wanted to see me.
Well, doing this gig wasn't exactly my choice. It's not like I jumped at the opportunity to be ridiculed by you again.
I might actually owe you an apology. I think I took my anger with Joanne out on you. I didn't think it was fair to be upset with her. I suppose it wasn't fair to be angry with you either.
I'm still mad at Joanne for spilling Hennessy on the first dress I ever bought for myself, so I think it's okay to be mad at folks, even the dead. It don't mean you didn't love Joanne. It just mean y'all gonna have some things to work out in heaven.
All right, everyone, quiet on set. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Sound and camera are rolling.
Good evening. Tonight on Black Dreams, we are happy to have Ella Ali and Lorraine Giovanni join our program for a night of music and conversation.
I can't believe I'm talking to one of the most famous singers in the world. It's amazing how you've become so revered. Why do you think that is?
I suppose it has something to do with my look. For some reason, the white folk who get to decide the songs that go on the radio and the people that get to be in the pictures picked me. I'm just the right shape, not quite the right color. But for the most part, people make their peace with me. Some even buy my records.
Well, give yourself more credit than that, Lorraine. You have a presence and voice that's like no other.
Well, I don't hear what you all hear. To me, I sound like a dying bird.
What do you think millions of people buy your records and go to your shows? You're a black woman that people listen to. That must feel wonderful, doesn't it?
I don't always feel like people are listening to me. I think that question should be directed to you. You're a black woman with a lot to say, and a whole lot of people listen to you. Ain't it wonderful?
I don't always feel like people are listening to me either.
Well, they're listening. I'm listening. I can tell you, I was not thinking about all the injustice with our people, not in a way that mattered, until I heard you speak.
And I don't think I knew what love sounded like till I heard your voice.
I think that's a perfect segue into your performance number, Lorraine. Let's go ahead and unmic Lorraine and Ella and get Lorraine set up to sing. Quiet on set.
Already coming. My love is bigger than a tidal wave, so strong it can't be contained. Nobody may have told you my love ain't no plaything. My love ain't no plaything. You may not know, I'll be used to reloving, oh darling. And baby, that's okay, that's alright. You don't have to look any further. I'm gonna show you real love tonight. My love ain't no plaything. My love ain't no plaything. You might be used to roses and diamonds. You might go for having some fun here and there. I'm here to give you all you desire. My love is an answered prayer. My love, it don't ask no questions. My love ain't got no room for games. My love ain't got no time for hiding. My heart, it leads the way. My love ain't no plaything. My love ain't no plaything. My love ain't no plaything. My love ain't no plaything.
You mind helping me unzip my dress?
I don't mind.
I don't know how I keep finding myself sharing a dressing room with you.
It's funny. I have a feeling wherever Joanne is, she has something to do with this.
Oh, I'm sure of it. I forgot my robe this time, so I hope you don't mind.
I've already seen you naked.
I thought you might have forgotten.
How could I do that?
Did you really mean what you said out there? About my voice? My songs?
Yes. I don't know who you're singing to, but whatever love you're singing about, I want it for myself.
Oh, you should see your face.
Okay, other than fornicating in dressing rooms, did you two ever go on dates in public?
Of course.
So what was your first date?
Well, what I consider our first date and what Lorraine would consider our first date are very different.
I took her out shopping. I needed to get a dress. You see, Ella hated shopping, and she especially hated the type of dresses I was looking for.
Darling, close your mouth.
How can I help you, Lorraine Giovanni?
It's okay, dear. We both know who I am. We wanted to look at your dresses.
Those on the third floor.
Are you from Haiti? I noticed the pin on your blouse.
Yes.
Tu parles français?
Oui.
Fabuleux. You'll have to show us where they keep their best gowns.
It will be my pleasure. Right this way. Our finest dresses are in the room to the left. Now, I should probably get back downstairs before my boss loses her mind.
Merci pour votre aide.
I didn't know you spoke French. Have you been to Paris?
No. I've never been on an airplane, and I don't speak French. I've just, seen the 400 bolos I don't know how many times.
Huh. You seem like the well-traveled type.
Well, that I am not.
We're gonna have to change that. First, we'll get you on a plane, and then we'll have to get you to Paris. It's my favorite city. You would love it. Oh, Ella, this red dress right here will show off those legs of yours, darling.
My husband would love to see me in something like that.
Your what?
You should see your face.
You joking?
Of course.
Whew. Ella, you can't joke with me like that. Do you want to get married?
To a man?
Well, yes, hon. Who else you gonna get married to?
No. I don't think I'd find that fulfilling.
At some point, folks will start asking why you're not married. If you just go on and do it, you can put all that to bed.
Well, I couldn't do that. It wouldn't be fair for the man, and he should be with someone who really wants him.
Fair? He was gonna run around with every broad in town anyway.
Nah, I really couldn't do it.
You can get married to a fella like you. The kind of fella who loves who he's not supposed to love. I hear they got a lot of fellas like that here in New York.
Why are you trying to marry me off? And why do you have me in this overpriced store?
Well, I'm looking for a special dress.
What kind?
A white one.
Was this for a particular occasion?
A wedding.
Okay. Now, Lorraine, you know it's almost blasphemous to wear white to a wedding unless you're
I'm gonna be a bride.
You're serious?
I wish I were as funny as you.
You're getting married?
Yes.
For show or for love?
I can't say it's for show. Can't say it's for love. I guess it's to keep the peace, or maybe my sanity.
Who is this lucky one you're marrying?
You met him. Sean.
Your manager?
Yes. That expression you got on your face. What does it mean?
I mean, he's just so big. And I mean his personality, okay? Not his, okay?
Well, that's big too. He's confident. I like that. I act like I know everything, but I don't. He takes care of my business.
Uh-huh.
You're doing that thing with your face again.
Sorry.
Don't be. Just say what you're thinking. Go on.
You just don't seem like the type to let a man control your money.
You don't make it in this business doing everything by yourself. If you find a cat who you can halfway trust, you got a hold to him. Sean's good for me.
Is he good to you?
Well, there he lacks consistency. But enough about him. If I think about it too much, I'll end up ruining something that might be a good thing.
Might be a good thing.
Ella, I'm done talking about it. Now, what do you think about this dress? The lace is nice, ain't it?
I think you should keep looking for better options.
Yeah, Grandma, I can see why you wouldn't consider that outing a first date.
And then she left me right after. She had to go back to LA for a show. And I had all these dresses she bought for me and nowhere to wear them to.
I'll never forget that date. I know Ella doesn't think it counts, but we did go for ice cream before shopping. And I eventually made it up to her. For better or worse. That was the day I started to second-guess the whole marriage thing. I didn't think twice about it before.
Of course, I didn't want Lorraine to marry Sean. Back then, I really believed she would call it off. But now, as I reflect on our relationship, I think there was a part of me that always feared she would never leave him. That's probably why I made it a point to spend so much time with her.
Let me ask, okay. Did anyone else know about your relationship?
Your late Uncle Leroy did. Oh, I do miss him.
Leroy, I'm on my way out. Try not to stay too late.
Wait, Ella, hey, I want to talk to you before you leave.
Well, can you make it quick? I have somewhere to be tonight.
Somewhere more important than the work we're doing here?
I'd say it's equally important.
Your comrades aren't happy about your frequent absences lately.
And who exactly am I making unhappy?
I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't disagree with them. Right? It's becoming a problem. Folks seem to think you've been chasing some fella around town.
Hello, okay.
Yeah, but I know who you really been out there chasing after. Yeah. That gal, she might have wealth, fame, hell, I can't even deny she's a fine little thing. But, Al, if you stick around with her long enough, she will suck you into her orbit of darkness. Now, we're trying to build up our people here, our families, and we gotta preserve and protect them. I mean, it's folks like Lorraine. They only get in the way of that.
You have some real nerve bringing this vacuous nonsense to my attention when you have yet to talk to our comrades about their desire to have control and power over our sisters. This is the violence that is tearing families apart. This revolution you want to start, the so-called future you want for our children, will never see the light of day unless we get our priorities together. Now, who I spend my time with should not be of anyone's concern.
Fine. Now, I've been meaning to talk to the men.
Yeah, meaning to and just doing it are very different things.
Come on, look. I started thinking about what I should say, so just listen. This is all I got so far. If anyone even thinks about raising a hand to a woman, you motherfuckers are gonna have to deal with me. I'm not playing that shit. So you bring that shit, you gonna get yourself dealt with.
Leroy, you sound very antagonistic. You know, no one will receive that well.
Ella, I don't know what possesses a cat to lay his hands on a sister, okay? That shit is beyond me.
That right there, you can start with that very question. Why do you all think it's okay to hurt one another, and how can we help each other be better? Do better. You know, don't overthink it, Leroy. Now I gotta go chase some darkness.
Leroy was a good one, a real one. He was right about a lot of things, but he didn't know anything about Lorraine. The only dark thing about her was, well, there were a few things, but mainly her entanglement with Sean.
Most people believed I was in love with Sean. Even I believed it sometimes. Ella never liked him. But she didn't want me to leave Sean for her. She wanted me to leave him for me. But I didn't want him to go. I thought I needed him, and I just knew he would leave and go on and manage Diana, Dion, even Della. She was getting on up there in age at that time, but if she could keep the checks coming, he wouldn't mind. If I had any sense at the time, I would have just let him go.
Why are these people in our home? I'm not in the mood or properly dressed to entertain nobody.
You got the part in the Lady and Gentleman remake.
What?
Mm-hmm. What'd I tell you? MGM loved you.
I thought for sure they'd give it to Dorinda.
Oh, man, fuck Dorinda. You gonna be Cleo.
I'm gonna play a prostitute.
Don't sound so excited.
I just don't know about this.
About what?
It's just that if I go down this road, I'll never be able to get my old image back. I'll be stuck playing these loose women.
You'll be the Black Marilyn Monroe.
So dead at 36?
No, an icon.
It's a whole lot easier for the world to love a white woman. And even Marilyn had to deal with a lot of shit. I'll be crucified. I already know what folks are gonna say.
Woman, you gotta focus on now. You can't worry about nothing else.
Everything I do now will affect my future. This role could fuck shit up, Sean.
Your future? You keep taking those pills the way you do, and you probably will be dead at 36. You thought I didn't know?
You never said nothing.
Because it don't matter. I only care about you getting in our way. Now, you can whine all day about playing a prostitute, but at least you ain't never had to be one. Now, hurry up and change. You got guests waiting to celebrate you.
So Lorraine isn't, or rather wasn't, much of a writer. She says she didn't care to journal and she rarely sent letters. Apparently my grandmother was the only lover she ever wrote to. On June 12, 1971, Lorraine sent my grandmother, Ella, a letter saying, "Dear Ella, I am writing to share some good news and bad news. The good news is I've been cast as Cleo in the Lady and the Gentleman movie. The bad news is I've been cast as Cleo in the Lady and Gentleman movie. I ain't ever been in a big picture like this before. It could do wonders for my career, or it could do nothing for my career, or it could be the end of my career altogether. I know you'll think I'm being dramatic. I have some reservations about the movie. Half the world has already seen both of my ass cheeks. I suppose it won't hurt to show the rest of the world the one good thing my mother gave me. But I don't want to set our people back, Ella. They already think our women are uncivilized, and I don't want to give them any more reason to think those things about us. We are so much more than that. Well, I may not be, but you are. And there are plenty of women like you they should be making movies about. I don't know what to do. What do you think? By the time you receive this, I will likely have to give MGM an answer. So please call me as soon as you can. Your love, Lorraine G. My grandmother doesn't remember getting this letter from Lorraine, and she didn't care to look at it when I showed her. She told me that she advised Lorraine to turn down the film offer. I'm glad Lorraine didn't listen to her. The Lady and the Gentleman may have been largely hated by the folks in our community back in the day, but it's a beloved classic now. Isn't that funny? It's actually like one of my favorite films. Lorraine gives face, she gives body, she hits those notes. It's a great time. I mean, the filmmaking isn't anything to write home about, but the movie is hilarious. I don't think the filmmakers set out to make comedy, but the film and all of its racism and sexism is so unserious. I guess that's why reading Lorraine's letter to my grandmother made me cringe. Deciding whether or not to be in a film was a major dilemma. It was just one that I don't understand. Now I don't want to minimize the importance of representation, but the idea of a single movie having the power to take down the entire race is an intense pressure that I'm glad I don't ever have to worry about. I'm so thankful to live in a time where, well, I guess we don't have reproductive rights, but at least sex work is becoming destigmatized and decriminalized. And while we may not have legal autonomy over our bodies, if nothing else, we're encouraged to embrace our power and reject shame. I wish Lorraine got the respect she deserved. I wish she had autonomy over her body and her image. I wish she didn't have to carry the weight of Black people everywhere on her shoulders. I hope she's able to lay some of that down.
Everyone wants to hear our movie star Lorraine sing a little something.
You're so kind. But I'm rusty tonight, folks.
Oh, go on and sing some poem.
Fine. But just one song. Never, never will I marry you. Never, never will I wed. Born to wander, solitary, wide my world, narrow my bed. Never, never, never will I marry you. Born to wander till I'm dead. No burdens to bear, no conscience, no care, no memories to burn, no turning, for I was born to wander. Solitary, wide my world, narrow my bed. Never, 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 never will I marry. Born to wander till I'm dead.
Thank you for listening to Read for Revolution. Life is short. We hope this episode encourages you to question, how can I make revolutionary love a daily practice? Read for Revolution was created, written, and directed by Jana Naomi Smith, with musical direction by Tammy L. Hall and sound design by Colin Gerald Thomas. The series was executive produced by Renee Wilson, Jana Smith, and Meta Mana Media, and produced by Liz McBee. This episode featured performances by Jordan Hull as Jazmine James, S. Epatha Murkison as Ella Ali, present day, Loretta Devine as Lorraine Giovanni, present day, Renee Wilson as Lorraine Giovanni in the 1970s. Rutina Wesley as Ella Ali in the 1970s. Don Daniels as Sean. Alami Ballard as Leroy. Carl Guzman as Kathy. Malachi Roden as Joe. Mark Thompson as Black Dreams host. Miles A.G. as Black Dreams producer. Crystal Roche as Rosaline. And Matthew Quitney as party guest. And this is Adrienne Marie Brown, your sonic guide to this experience. Our associate producers were Jordan Hull, Adrian Snag, and Vanessa E. Williams.
For Radiotopia Presents, Yori Lasordo is the managing producer. Audrey Mardovich is the executive producer. Red for Revolution is part of Radiotopia Presents, a podcast feed that debuts limited-run, artist-owned series from new and original voices. Listen and subscribe on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Our Red for Revolution band includes Tammy L. Hall on piano, Coffee Brown on electric bass, Ruth Davies on acoustic bass, Ruthie Price on drums, Kristen Strom on saxophone and flute, and percussionist Vicki Randall. All original music written and composed by Tammy L. Hall and Jana Naomi Smith. The music featured in this episode includes I Don't Want to Know, original composition by Tammy L. Hall and Jana Naomi Smith, performed by Renee Wilson and the Red for Revolution Band. My Love Ain't No Plaything, original composition by Tammy L. Hall and Jana Naomi Smith, performed by Renee Wilson and the Red for Revolution Band. Never Will I Marry, written by Frank Lesser, performed by Renee Wilson and the Red for Revolution Band, courtesy of MPL Music Publishing. The team behind Red for Revolution would like to thank everyone who helped bring this project to life. To view the complete credit and gratitude list, please see the show notes or visit redforrevolution.com. This has been your Sonic Goddess, Adrienne Marie Brown. Thank you for listening.